It's Mother's Day, and yet I'm standing here talking about men. I feel that's so wrong. But in all honesty, I wasn't going to come up and talk about the men's breakfast this week because it was Mothering Sunday. But when I woke up this morning, there was an urge in me to come and talk about the men's breakfast. So I feel maybe the Lord's trying to reach out to someone this afternoon. Um, you see, throughout history, there's so many stories of people who have risen up and done amazing things because of what they believed. People have changed their families' destinies, have changed the course of nations because of what they believe, because they believed that it's not good enough just to believe, but to actually stand up and do what you believe. You can go throughout history, you will find this to be true. Now, this spirit of is what we're trying to nurture in the men's breakfast. This spirit of, I'm trying to find a word, but that does not just sit on its beliefs, but stands up and does something, is this kind of thing that we are nurturing. That's a seed that we are planting in the men's ministry. Because we don't want people to sit on your destiny and not do anything about it. We're trying to inspire you to rise up and do that which is God has placed you on this earth. Coming to church is just not enough. You see, you are a man. God made you for a specific purpose, being a leader. You see, the sort of man that, if you go through the Bible, you will find people like Joshua and Caleb, who, looking at the whole world at the point in time, the whole tribe, the whole nation, they stood up, just the two of them, and said, they made them quiet. They said, hang on a second, let's go up at once and possess it, because we are able to overcome it. We want people, we're looking for men, we're nurturing men that will be able to stand up against all the forces that are against them. I said, hang on a second, this is what we're meant for, this is what we're supposed to do. Men like Elijah, who are able to stand in front of 400 priests and declare the word of God and say, I'm going to burn you tonight. That's what we're looking for, men who will stand up and look at the world and say, I'm going to say this because I believe God is going to do it, and He's going to do it now. That's sort of the men that we're trying to build up. Men who are like Gideon and his 300, who are not afraid to go against the institution with nothing more than the light, the trumpet, and a calabash. Who will go out there and says, even with only this, we are going to bring you down. Those are the sort of men that we are trying to bring up. Men like Peter, when he had an opportunity on the day of Pentecost, he stood up and he spoke. And when we spoke, 3,000 men at the one time came to Christ. What I'm saying is that spirit that was in Peter and in all of those people is in us right now. We just need to push against each other just a bit to get it out. And that's why we're calling on to you men to come together. And it's not always about the bacon and the breakfast. It's about what we talk about. It's about why you see someone talking about what he's done last week and you realize, I haven't done that. Then you start thinking, I have to be doing something as well. It's a place where you're going to be challenged to rise up and be a man, to change the destiny of your family, to turn Babylon around and bring it to Christ. No one's going to do it, but we are the men that are we going to do it. So if we are not coming together to worship, if we're not coming together as men to share ideas, to strengthen each other, and to be weak I like that. To be weak before our friends so they can strengthen us up. We are not going to be able to do this. And that's why the men's breakfast is there. So that men can come together, share ideas, stand up, and do and believe what is right. That we not be not complacent, that we be not passive then, but we rise up and challenge the status quo of this world by bringing in the Word of God. So I'm going to ask you, men of SwanMead, are you with me or not? I can't hear you. Are you with me or not? So let's come together every Sunday, not every Sunday, every first Sunday of the month from 9 a.m. And don't forget your two quid. But I thank you and God bless. And you know what? The things that I'm talking about, I'm just talking just because they're in the Bible. I'm talking because I sincerely believe it and I see it. Because I know if we just come together, there's absolutely nothing that can stop us. Amen.